Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapatākā Swami Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaurakatha Damodaya Nagara Gramatarine. Hare Krishna. I am Dr. Amṛta Mādhava Das. My previous name was Dr. Amar Singh. I was working as a specialist in ENT in Tata Hospital, Jamshedpur, and quite a worldly man with a family, 2 children, and busy in the normal way of living. And as a doctor, we are a member of the Tata Officers Club, and used to go to the club and enjoy life there. And I thought always that that is life. I am a bit strict person who do not compromise on many things. As a result, I never bow down. So my senior, my boss, he didn't like me so much. So as a result, I was always given a bad rating, and they tried to harass me. So this continued for pretty long. So in 2003, 4, 5, this continued, and he was trying to pull my leg in all my ratings. So I was depressed quite naturally. So one day when my children were away from the home, they are grown up. So myself and Mataji both were at home. So when I am sad, so naturally there is a sad atmosphere in the house. So one day I had a very good fight with my boss, who gave me a very bad rating. So I came back, and as I was sad, so she also asked what happened. I said, so I am not feeling comfortable over here, and I need a break. She said, okay, then we should have a vacation. I said, I don't have leave, only 2 days you can go out. So it was Saturday and Sunday. So I said, you can go for 2 days, but where to go for 2 days? And Jamshedpur is about 4 hours journey from Calcutta. When I was a medical student in 1973-74, I had come to Mayapur once with my mother. I was a student at that time, and I liked the place. And at that time, ISKCON was just in the beginning stage. I had come at that time. I still remember those green fields, the bhajan kutir, and the temple wasn't there. Only Lava-Mātra were there, Ashtasakhi were not there. And pillars were there, but roof, I don't remember. Probably there was no roof. Only one portion was, there was a shed, and Lava-Mātra were there. And Prabhupada was sitting. My mother said, some person is sitting there. I said, no, it's a statue. My mother went near and saw, yes, it is a statue. So, and they were dancing with Hare Krishna, raising their hands. So it was something mesmerizing, and I liked it. So I danced with them. We stayed for about half a day over here, because we came to Navadvip. From there we came to Mayapur, and we visited all the Gaudiya Mathas here, and then we went back. That memory was still there, but I never visited Mayapur again. So I told my wife, look, there is a nice place I had visited long back. I don't know how it is now, because I never knew about it. I never tried to know about it. So I said, let us go there. So in 2005, we visited Mayapur. Sometimes in between May, June, I don't remember the exact day. It was a 2-day trip. Saturday we reached Navadvip, stayed there for a day, visited the different temples. Next day morning, we stayed at Bharat Sevasthang. Next day morning also we waited there to have prasadam. 9 o'clock we started from there to Mayapur. Reached ISKCON, went to Gada Bhavan. We had to prove that we are husband and wife with 2 different documents. And then finally we got an accommodation. And we had a Krishna at home no Radharani. So I told, we are always searching so how to get Radharani. She has a big statue about 1.5 feet tall. So I said, look, Krishnanagar, there are beautiful statues are available, we'll go and search over there. So once we got the accommodation, immediately we proceeded to Krishnanagar and we searched around in the Putulpada, but didn't find a suitable matching Radharani for our Vigraha. So we came back, dead tired, went to sleep. We didn't visit the temple. Next day morning we have to leave. So around 4:30 we got up and come to the temple, and I was a non-believer. I used to speak a lot that there is no God. And as a doctor sitting in some my clinic in the hospital, when there is a free time, people will gather and I can talk for hours that there is no God, all nonsense going on. So when we entered Mayapur temple, ISKCON, the moment we entered, my wife sat down there, just in front of Radha Krishna and Ashtasakhi. She sat down there and just looked and looked and looked, and she didn't get up. I said, hey, come on. She said, no. She said, that's so beautiful. I want to have my initiation here. I don't want to go back. I said, are you mad? We are living happily, have a nice life, we have got a family, I'm well placed, my children are well placed. So why you are going here? So many rules, so many regulations, only torture. Come on, have darshan, move around, have a nice visit, we will visit Mayapur. So many places to go, we have got less time. But she was adamant, no, I have to take initiation here. I said, look, you are going mad. Then I got angry. I stood near the bookstall and I told her that you go, Prabhuji are sitting behind Nrsimha temple, go and talk with them. They will tell you properly. Then she went to Prabhuji's. They talked with her nicely and they said, she asked that I want to take initiation. First visit, she said. They said, yes, habe. सब हवे प्रभु जी के डाकुन. The moment she heard Prabhu ji ke dakun, she got scared. Because in Odisha, I am from Odisha, in Odisha Prabhu means God. We don't think Prabhu ji to be anything else. So she said, yes, what I was telling is correct, very difficult. She said, I have never called Prabhu ji in my whole life. How to call, I don't know. How I'll call Prabhu, I don't know how to call him. So she stood silently, what to answer? Because he said, I don't know any prayer, how to call, I have never called properly. We just show some diyas and do some worship, never called that Prabhuji come. So how can I call? Then they said, they asked, Apnar Prabhu, Apnar Sate esechen. Then she understood that they are asking for me. Then she came to me and told that, look, they are calling you. I said, I had told you repeatedly, I do not believe these things, I don't want to meet them. You go and tell them and come, we'll go. Then she couldn't go back there. She couldn't force me because I was a bit angry at that time, those days. So she didn't tell me any further, but she stood just in the middle in front of Lava-Mātra, Ashtasakhi, and I was near the bookstall. Prabhuji was sitting behind the Nrsimha temple, and she was in the middle. 5 minutes passed, she was not moving. Then I said, no, I have to take care of everything. I said, I'll go there, talk with the Prabhuji, give them some gyan, and they will be fed up with me and they shall go, get lost. So with that intention, I approached the Prabhujis. The moment they saw me, they said, Prabhuji, you start chanting. You can do it. Apnar dar habe. I said, no, Prabhuji, amar dar habe na. I am a busy person, a doctor. I have a fully busy schedule. I don't get 5 minutes for my own. And if I get little time, I go to the club and spend time there. And I take everything, veg, non-veg, everything I eat. No restriction in my food habit, and I don't believe. Biggest thing that I am not interested, I don't believe all these things. They started explaining me, no Prabhuji, do it, do this is good for you, everything. You can do it. They were adamant in one word, apnar dara hobe. Mataji ke na, apna ke nita. I said to her, she is interested, you give her. I won't be a barrier to her. She can do whatever she wants to do. But why you are asking me? So this discussion went on for about more than half an hour. Four Prabhujis, they surrounded me and they started to explain, each one tries to explain in a certain angle that this is correct. And the senior most Prabhuji, he finally explaining me for half an hour, such a dumb-headed person. Finally, he also lost hope. He sat down. Just looking at me, I was just behind Nrsimha temple side, on the right side of Radha-Mātra, and he just sat down. At that time, he looked at Radha-Mātra, raised both his hands, and he just said, Prabhu, ami ar ki korte pari? And saying this thing, he sat down. I don't know what happened at that time. Suddenly, I got a shock. It was something pierced inside me, and something hit me. I don't know what. It is maybe Radha-Mātra's mercy or what, I don't know. Suddenly I felt कि if I chant, how this Prabhuji is going to be benefited? He is asking for my benefit and I am saying no. This thought was not there in my mind earlier, but suddenly it came. And then I said कि by chanting, what I am going to lose? And in my life, I am very adamant. I do whatever I felt like doing, I do it. I never hesitated, never backed out. I said, many things you have done in your life without thinking, without having a second thought. Why you are saying no to this thing? Whether it is good or bad, you don't know. This thought came to me, probably it was the mercy of Radha-Mātra and the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Suddenly I said, okay, if you are saying so much, when he sat down, then I said, okay, you are saying so much, then fine, you give me a chanting bag and beads. I will take it, but I won't chant. He was so excited and so happy. He immediately took some money from us, brought two chanting bags, chanting beads, gave it to both of us. We sat down in the Panchatattva building and we chanted with him Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Then he said, okay, chant once more round yourself. So we chanted one more round. Then he said, Ki Prabhuji, it is okay. I said, okay, is it over? No, yes, it is over. You can go. Nothing more? I said, no, nothing more. You can go now. Then I said, Prabhuji, I will not be chanting. He said, that is not my lookout. Whether you will chant or not, he knows. Radha-Mātra knows. My job is to give to you. I have given. Now, whether you will chant or not, he knows and you know. I came back. With this simple thought that I will not chant. Who has got so much of time wasting? But what you think and what God thinks are totally different. So when I returned, again the same problem with my boss continued. Same fighting. He wanted to suppress me. I did never bow down. So this pressure went on and again the same situation happened, daily tension, headache. And one thing I found that when I was in tension, when I started chanting, I felt better. So even if I said no, I started chanting. And this chanting from one round, it went into an increasing, and within a month time, I was chanting 8 rounds without anybody's pressurizing me. But I don't know, whenever I was in tension, means I'll take the chanting bit and chant. After a month, the same persons who have given me the initiative, they are from Namhatta. So they called me, Prabhuji, you are coming to Jamshedpur. I said, why you are coming? And my voice was very bad at that time. I said, why you are coming? They said, I want to meet you. I said, look, I have got nothing to give you. No donation. Don't expect any donation from me. And if you are coming just like that, it's okay. And I asked, what should we do? Now, you keep some fruits only, no cooking. We will not take any prasadam at your house. You just keep some fruits. So 4 devotees, they came and did kirtan in my house and took phal prasadam, distributed to us also. And they left. But my chanting went on increasing, and after exactly 3 to 4 months, 2005, around September, I again visited Mayapur. It pulled me. So myself and Mataji, we came this time for a stay of 4 or 5 days. No, not a half day visit. So we came and stayed, and the Prabhuji who was taking care of me, he was there near Lava-Mātra. When he saw me, he was very happy. He said, Prabhuji, one thing you do, you leave non-veg. I said, is it essential? But yes, it is essential. Okay, I said, okay, I left it. Said, why you are saying that? You left it. You have told, I have told, I will not take anymore, I will not take anymore. So that day he said not to take, I didn't take. I said, okay, from today onwards I won't take. And then, we are doing the Mangal Aarti the next day. He came running. I had big moustache at that time. The next day morning when we visited the temple, suddenly he came running, Prabhuji. He said, Prabhuji, come. We have darshan of Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is having morning Vyas Puja, Guru Puja. What is Guru, what is Vyas Puja? I never thought about it, no idea, never thought about it. I never thought that I will have a Guru. So I said, what Guru? He said, no, Guru Maharaj is there, come. Then he looked at her face, no tilak. How you will go to Guru Maharaj and such big moustache? Okay, moustache is okay, but tilak is a must. So he took us just behind Radha-Madhav's temple, that garden, and he took out his own tilak and make 2 tilak and me and Mataji both. And then he started running. He said, come running behind us. So we used to run, he used to run. And he took 2 flowers, and we went to the Sulabh kitchen. There is a big long queue there, and so many people are standing. We said, hey, what is this going on? So we also stood in the queue. And then we slowly, the line proceeded, and we reached Guru Maharaj. Such a nice figure, huge figure, smiling face, I had never seen. So I just bowed down. I bowed down. Guru Maharaj looked at my face. He took a garland from his neck and put it on my neck, and also one more garland to Mataji's neck. And at that time, we offered our hands. He gave one prasadam. He gave a thick dosa, sweet dosa, in my hand, and one samosa in Mataji's hand. I used to love eating the sweet dosa, and Mataji doesn't like it. Mataji loves samosa. Guru Maharaj gave her that. So we were so happy, something also to eat. Never thought we are meeting Guru Maharaj or something great is happening. I never thought. So we came out, had prasadam, and Guru Maharaj just blessed us. And everyone said, hey, you have Guru Maharaj's blessings. Everything will change, don't worry. Then we came back, never thought much about it. But my chanting increased very fast. Within next week, I was chanting 16 rounds. And we started reading little Gita. We have never read earlier, though reading some different authors. Prabhupada's Gita we started reading for the first time, and felt something sense in life. Then in 2005, I met Guru Maharaj. 2006, my initiation was done. I got initiated very first. And still I had that moustaches. I said, my mother will beat me. My wife said, no, don't cut moustaches. My mother will beat that. Who has allowed you to cut? Guru Maharaj said, okay, you can have moustache. It will go on its own. And so we got initiated. After the initiation,
you can say where and when you got initiated?
We are initiated in Mayapur, here on Radhashtami day, 2006. So there is a big gathering, a hall was there, shed and a big hall, no walls. And there we got our new names as Amṛta Mādhava and Manjari Sri Devi Dasi. And that day I felt the world is changing. I felt that something had changed. I don't know what. But the world doesn't look the same as before. And when we went back, we started our the prayer, we started the pujas, we started uttering mantras. And for the first time, I started doing evening puja at my home. We had a Krishna. So I started worshipping him. And Jagannath was there. We started offering prasadam properly and doing pujas properly only after joining ISKCON. Then at that time I was quite senior in my hospital, and I had a very big bungalow with 3-4 rooms, a big bungalow. Suddenly, and that was 2006, and I had to retire in 2012. 6 years I was there. So we had planned that we will retire from the same bungalow. We will not we will not go to a bigger bungalow. This bungalow is quite big for us, for 2 persons of us. Here we will retire. So Mataji did all painting, denting, all the jobs to stay for 6 more years there. Before initiation, the day I met Guru Maharaj, after returning, I did not go to club anymore. Suddenly I felt, why should I go there? You won't believe, out of 7 days in a week, 5 days we used to go stay in the club. We will have our food there, mostly non-veg, and there will be some programs, some parties, some movies, some fashion show, something or other will be going on. We spent our time there. That was life. And suddenly after meeting Guru Maharaj, I felt, why should I go there? Who is there? I won't go. And I stopped going there, and after initiation I applied that you cancel my club membership. And everyone was shocked. Nobody gets the membership because you are a senior officer, you are getting here. How can you renounce? It is a free given by the company. I said, whether it is free or not, I don't care. I am not coming. You cancel it. So, and then I went to my works with a tilak, and there was a big shock in the hospital. Hey, are you gone mad? Why you are coming with a tilak? And but I had hair. I didn't cut my hair, and my mustache was there. But people started believing that he is a devotee. Oh, they used to call that, we want to see the sadhu doctor. They used to call me and they used to come to visit me. After the initiation, we planned to stay in the same quarter for 6 more years till retirement. But suddenly, I do not know what happened. Somebody was pushing me away from that house. Somebody was just forcing me. Why you are here? Why you are here? I do not know what happened. Suddenly I said, I won't stay in this house. And I worked in Jamshedpur for, at that time, more than 25 years, nearly. 25, 26 years at that time. So I had a very big friend circle, doctor circle, a very big person. Many people know me. So I never thought that I'll be moving away from that place. But suddenly I felt that somebody as if pushing, why you are staying here? So I went to one of my friends. He was staying in a little remote, about 10 kilometers away from the city, in a housing society, which was a little of lower standard. So there the government electricity was there, government water was there. So it comes on its own and goes on its own. I went once to visit him, and then I said, hey, do you have any house here? He said, why? You are in a much better place, why you want to come here? It is hell here. There is no water, no light, why you will come here? I said, no. Are you living or not? So many people are living here. They are not dead. I cannot just live here. Then he said, okay, are you serious? I said, yes, I am serious. So immediately he went down and searched a house. The one house is vacant. He called the house owner. He came. I visited the house. He saw me, talked with me for 5 minutes. He just gave the keys to me. Probably you take it. If you want to stay, stay, otherwise return it. And I never went to the mood to take the house. But the situation became such that I just hold the key in my hand and came back and told my wife, okay, look, he has given the key, what to do? He said, okay, we'll come. She didn't say no. And this house is half the size of my bungalow. So I had to sell all my belongings because nothing will fit inside. Then I shifted there and I started a proper devotional life there. Now my friend circles were slowly changing to devotees. There were no ISKCON devotees at Jamshedpur at that time. So we used to go to a Gaudiya temple and Lava-Mātra temple was there. And friend circle started from there and slowly it increased. Who moved me away from that place? And none of my friends, very close friends, they stopped visiting me because I said, whoever used to come, I said, hey, sit down, we'll listen to Gita, we'll have Hare Krishna mantra, we'll chant. And they all got angry on me, nobody visited me anymore. And slowly the circle, my friendship become mostly with devotees. So that was in 2006 I got initiation. 2007 May, my daughter got married. That was Nrsimha Chaturdashi, 31st of May. That same day she got married. After she got married and left, both of us had got much more time to serve God. The Lord Jagannath's deities were there, small deities. We used to pray before him, sing, though we did not know how to sing, how to do mridanga, but still we used to play. And with Kartal, how to play Kartal also we do not know, but still we used to sing in our own voice loudly. We didn't care who is saying what. Jagannath is listening. Who cares? So we used to sing for hours. And 7 days to 10 days after my daughter's marriage, or something more, I exactly cannot tell, it was about less than a month's time before Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra. I was standing in the morning before I go to hospital at 8 o'clock, and we finished the Mangal Arati around, I start around 7 o'clock, 7:30 we finish, then I used to have my breakfast and run. So that day I was singing with my mridanga. I used to sing, Mataji used to do the Arti. When I was singing Sansara Dabanala, we sing at around 7, not before that. So suddenly I saw Lord Jagannath is looking at me. I never had that vision because Jagannath was there with us for more than 30 years. Suddenly I saw two powerful rays of light coming and entering into my eyes. It's piercing. I can't look at him. I said, Amar Singh, you have gone mad. You are having hallucination. What is happening to you? I couldn't see at him. I just singing like this, I turned my head. Then slowly I turned back, looking scared that he may be looking at me. He was looking at me. Two very powerful rays of light. And suddenly I heard him saying, when you are going to take me out? When are you taking me out? I couldn't see. I just again turned my head to the other side. Singing, I just came back. Everything was normal. No light, nothing. Only I heard the voice twice. When are you going to take me out? I didn't tell anything to my wife. I was shocked. I was perspiring. Immediately I had my breakfast and ran to the hospital. While going, I told my wife that evening we'll come, we'll go to Radha Govind temple. Because here whom I'll talk? I'll ask Maharaj there. He is he's my Sikhya Guru. He tells me everything, what to do, what not to do. We'll have a talk, we'll meet him. So we went and met him. He said, okay, I told him when he was free, Maharaj, I have a question. Can we do Rath Yatra? He said, why? Keno? Ki korte ichha hocche? I said, yes, Maharaj, I want to do it. I didn't say that Jagannath has told like this or I saw this thing. Then he said, okay, God, bhalo. Anything you do for God is always good. but make a small rath, don't make a big one. And go ahead. So after getting permission from him that I can do, we have nothing, we never know how to do Rath Yatra, how to make arrangements, what to do, what not to do, nothing, no idea. Never thought about it. So evening I said, no, we are from ISKCON, I have to take permission from ISKCON. So I called to Namhata. At the time Namhata in charge was, I'm forgetting the name. So I called him, Gaurchandra Prabhu. He said, I said, Prabhuji, I want to do Rath Yatra. I need your permission. He said, why you want to do it? Tumi bhajan kirtan thik karo. Why you want to do Rath Yatra now? You have just initiated few months back. Don't do these things. I said, no, Prabhuji, I have to do it. We don't have manpower. I will send only 2 devotees. You manage with them. I said, okay, Prabhuji, you just give me permission. Then I sat down in the same puja room, that was the biggest room in our house. And on the floor I took a chalk and told Mataji, look, our Vigrajas are small. And we'll make a small rath. Everyone is telling make a small rath, don't make a big one. I will make a rath of 2 feet by 2 feet. I took a chalk and drew it on the floor. This is the size. Then she said, okay, Jagannath will sit here, Balabhadra will sit here, Subhadra will sit here. But once they sit down, where I will put the puja thali? There is not much space. I said, here puja thali, no, prasadam. If somebody gives prasadam, where I will put the prasadam? I said, yes, that is a big part. Okay, I will make it 3 feet by 3 feet. Then he again calculated where Jagannath will sit, where the puja things will be kept, where the prasadam will be kept. Then she said, if we are doing Rath Yatra, somebody brings prasadam, where I will keep it? Yes, that is also a genuine point. So we will make it 4 feet by 5 feet, that is final. No more increasing. Then I planned, everyone just said, why you are making it, where you will keep Rath? You are staying in a flat on the 3rd floor, where you will keep it? So 100 comments came. I said, whoever commenting what, I don't know. And whom should I ask? I don't know. Maharaj said to do it. I got permission from ISKCON. So I am going to make a Rath. Jagannath will go. He has asked to go out, I will take him out. And I told, look, no devotees, we are 2. Rath Yatra, Jagannath has told, it will be done. I will make the Rath. I will pull the Rath and go. You ghant baja ke you go in the front. Pandi Vijay karte hue chalna. We will have Rath Yatra. Who comes or not, we don't care. So saying this thing, I started. It is his wish. I planned the Rath in such a way that it is an iron Rath made of with knots and bolts. I designed myself, and we started designing, and slowly it became, the structure came up to 14 feet height, and the base became 8 feet by 8 feet. The fabricator who was did the welding job, he said, Prabhuji, I can do everything, but fitting the wheel is not my job. That is a tricky business. I have never done it. I can't do it. So what I did, I went to the market to search wheels. Started with the bicycle wheel, tricycle wheels. I searched 4 small wheels. Then I went to big wheels. Then somebody said that push cart you make like that. I said, Jagannath will go in a push cart. Nothing is matching. It must be a Ratha. So I designed that one, and finally we constructed it. Then I got that rotating wheels in the trolleys in the hospital that I had seen. So I said, those wheels are quite good, it is moving. So I got 8 wheels, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 both on 2 in the side. So with these 8 wheels, I designed the Rath. Then when the fabricator refused to fix the wheels, then I called one of my friends who is an engineer. He said, look, I am an engineer, but I don't know about wheels. So I will send 2 persons, 1 person, he will look after this. So then he sent one man, one old man and a young man. They reached the next day. They saw the design, saw everything, and they said, they smiled. And they were talking with themselves and they smiled. I said, what happened, Prabhuji? No, everything is okay, design is okay. Only the wheel is the problem. Why the problem? 8 wheels I have given, it will move very nicely. For this wheel, the earth will not move. I said, why? Now these are caster wheels, moves in 360 degrees. So if there is a brick or a stone in the front, this wheel will rotate, and once it goes to the right angle side, it will not move forward and it will be static there, and with the momentum of the Rath, it will fall in the front. So this Rath will not move. I panicked. Rath Yatra is only 10 days away. Then they said, don't worry, we will plan something. They came back after 2 days with 1 feet wheel, solid wheels, and they fixed it. They said it will move in the design of a bullock cart. 2 wheels, it will be placed in the center, 2 supporting wheels in the front and back. It was made, and finally we did the Rath Yatra. 10 devotees came from Mayapur, and from the Gaudiya Math some 70-80 people came. So we had 250 people in total to start the Rath Yatra. So in 2007 we did our first Rath Yatra near our house. So there were no ISKCON devotees there at that time, only Mataji and myself. With the local people, we have around 250 persons, and we did the Rath Yatra. And 8 devotees from Mayapur, they went. And it was nicely done. It was a small Rath, and we did it very nicely. 2009. In 2009, I had my Brahmin initiation from Guru Maharaj here in Mayapur, again on Radhashtami day. And after that, we went to Puri, and Guru Maharaj had also visited Puri at that time. Because at that time it was very difficult to meet Guru Maharaj. We will be very happy if you have a darshan from a very long distance. Never expected to be close to Guru Maharaj. It was something very rarity. And so at Puri, Guru Maharaj was staying in that Bhakti Kuti, ISKCON temple. And one of the devotees, he took me upstairs, me and Mataji, to have a darshan of Guru Maharaj. So then we went upstairs. Guru Maharaj was staying in the 3rd floor probably, and I rarely cry, very rare. And I was seeing Guru Maharaj after a long time at that time. So when we went and bowed down, Guru Maharaj sitting in the end of the room, we bowed down, and when I got up, I do not know what happened. I started crying. And crying for what reason I do not know. I was crying. Something from my inner, something was bursting. And I cried and cried and cried non-stop. The devotee who had taken us, he was trying to pacify me. Prabhuji, be silent. I was not listening. And Mataji was pushing from me, why you are crying? I don't know why I was crying. I was just crying. And Guru Maharaj looked at me. He called me near and touched my head. And then somebody said that he is doing Rath Yatra in Jamshedpur. So he was quite happy at that time. He had to do more preaching, he said. And I felt totally relieved. I don't know, something was probably blocked in my heart or in the brain somewhere. It burst open. And that day, I think the last day I had cried. Then we came back from there, and then Rath Yatra was going on every year. And that same year, after from Puri, Vinay came back to Mayapur in this Lotus building near the conference hall. Guru Maharaj was there. That devotee who had given me the initiation, my Sikhya Guru, he took me to Guru Maharaj and said everything about us again. And then Guru Maharaj held me tightly. For the first time, Guru Maharaj held me tightly. And I couldn't imagine how soft his body was. I was so charmed. What is happening to me? And then he walked the whole corridor, that lotus building, that corridor. He was talking about the Rath Yatra, the preaching, how to increase it. He was telling me slowly, do it, increase it. So that blessing of Guru Maharaj worked, and Rath Yatra we started in 2007. Every year it increased. 2010 we made a much bigger Rath, and the deities from small deities, we made big deities of 1.5 feet tall. And we started Rath Yatra in the center of Jamshedpur. I continued it up to 2017. And 2012 I retired. ISKCON started taking over slowly, and they started the center from my house. Siddham Govind Prabhu was the in charge, and but Rath Yatra was left to me, that you continue. Rest preaching work they were doing. So 2017, the last Rath Yatra when we did, the gathering was more than 25,000. And now 2017, the gathering was about 50,000 people in Jamshedpur. It was an official holiday declared by the government, and people used to stand in the queues to have darshan of Jagannath. 3 big chariots now from ISKCON, and it has grown. It is one of the biggest Rath Yatra of India, and you can't imagine, if you see the photographs, is it Puri Rath Yatra or Jamshedpur Rath Yatra? It will be difficult to distinguish. So it is all by the mercy of Guru Maharaj and his blessings that it grew, and we are able to increase the preaching, and so many devotees are now there. And now ISKCON is having a new house and they are running the show there. And at Puri meeting, Guru Maharaj said that I will come to your place. He said that don't worry, don't cry. When he blessed me, he said I will come to your place. He came to Jamshedpur in 2013, first time. I think only once he has come visited Jamshedpur. At that time I had retired and had gone to Cuttack. On 2009 Vyas Puja of Guru Maharaj, 9 or 10, I don't remember exactly. So in the Vyas Puja, we are offering lamps to Guru Maharaj. So Mataji took, we bought a lamp, and Mataji was there to do the Aarti of Guru Maharaj. But there was some delay in the program, so that program was cancelled. So Mataji was very sad, but she kept the lamp. There one day we will meet Guru Maharaj. And we went to Cuttack. After my retirement, I went to my home place. And I used to visit Jamshedpur few months, and I go back there also. So it was, I think, October, November, during Diwali. Suddenly someone called me from Jamshedpur that Guru Maharaj is visiting, you come. And Guru is visiting next day morning. So I was at Cuttack. It is a 8-10 hours journey by car. So without a thought, I immediately started the car, and we started from there, reached Jamshedpur early morning when Guru Maharaj is reaching. Guru Maharaj came from Calcutta to Ranchi by flight. From Ranchi, they had a chartered flight for him from Ranchi to Jamshedpur, 15 minutes journey, but Guru Maharaj was brought by flight. And we had a program in one of the big halls there. Many people that came over there. Had a nice program. And next day Guru Maharaj had to go to Rourkela. And Guru Maharaj adamant that I will not go by flight. No helicopter, nothing. It is Krishna's money. Why did you waste it? I could have come by car from Ranchi to Jamshedpur. It is 2 hours journey. Why did you bring me by flight? And when Guru Maharaj came, he was from the airport, he has to go to the hotel to stay. Suddenly someone told Mataji, Mataji, you have to do the Aarti of Guru Maharaj. Someone has to do. And she was carrying the lamp. That same lamps we bought about 2 years back. She was carrying it. She was crying and she was arranging the lamp. And at the entrance of the hotel, she did the arti. And the whole night she cried that my Guru Maharaj has fulfilled my desire. And that is the mercy of Guru Maharaj. He is so loving, he understands everything. So Guru Maharaj stayed in the hotel and we had the program in the evening. And in the program, it was a nice preaching program. And we had a kirtan. Next day morning, Guru Maharaj had to travel to Raurkela by, he said that I will not go by anything, I will go by train. And the train stops at Jamshedpur for only 5 minutes or less than 3 minutes to 5 minutes time. So when we reached the station, it was we are worried ki how the Guru Maharaj we can make him climb the train. It was so difficult. And at the station we did kirtan, standing in the station, and we went to the station master and told him that see our Guru Maharaj has come, and we introduced ourselves. And then he immediately called us to his chamber, to his room, office room. It was a nice place for accommodation. We stayed there. Guru Maharaj immediately started preaching all those persons. They all bowed down, they all took, they all said Hare Krishna, and Guru Maharaj said, all people chant. And then station man said, don't worry, till Guru Maharaj climbs the train will not go. And he stopped the train there. So when Guru Maharaj climbed the train, it was a few steps he has to climb. Two persons pulled him from up. I was pushing from behind. For the first time in my life, I pushed Guru Maharaj from behind to climb the train. And he went by train, and we also boarded the train and went with him to Raurkela. That is my, with Guru Maharaj, so close, touching Guru Maharaj was the first time there. Me touching Guru Maharaj. After that, our Rath Yatra continued and everything went on smoothly. Then, so I had retired, and as a disciple of Guru Maharaj, I was a changed person. No, now I speak more about God. I did take Gita classes, everyday program. We do all the Damodar month, whole month we'll have program in different houses. So the life was totally busy. So when I retired, the first thing I said, I will not do practice anymore. Enough of practice. Now my life has changed. I want to, no more, I don't want to be recognized as a doctor. So totally I stopped practice. So I was a cosmetic surgeon doing all cosmetic work on the face. So when I retired, I stopped it. So there was a lot of pressure. The last year of my retirement, I was extremely busy with surgery. Daily, I have to do 1 or 2 surgeries because everyone wanted to get it done before I retire. And the day I retired, I said, I won't see a single person. And I totally stopped it. And totally, I was happy with my life. I don't need money. And now I can give time to reading Bhagavatam and Gita. I was not getting time to read. So I stayed only Mataji and myself. We will sing, dance, preach, read Bhagavatam. No other job. I don't want anything else. So this continued, and I also attended as a doctor only during parikramas. So Vrindavan Parikrama I used to go as a doctor. Navadvip Mandal Parikrama I used to go as a doctor. So there I was recognized as a doctor. Otherwise people know me that I am a priest in some temple. And in one of the parikramas, in Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, suddenly I got a call from Guru Maharaj's team that a doctor is needed. So you come for an interview. So from the parikrama I came over here, gave the interview. I thought, who is taking an old man? But Guru Maharaj selected me and I joined Guru Maharaj. That was at Madurai. I joined. Subhanga Prabhu was there. First person to meet was Subhanga Prabhu. And I stayed in their room. Then I stayed with Guru Maharaj and moved all around. A different life at that time. And when we visited states, one day we are at Atlanta temple. Life was luxurious with Guru Maharaj. So I was in Atlanta temple. So I used to tell myself, look, this is an opportunity, once in a lifetime you'll get. So you should use the full time in chanting and staying near Guru Maharaj. So I was always sitting somewhere nearby in the corner of a room, and I'll be chanting all day. So one day I was chanting in the Atlanta temple outside room. I was sitting down and chanting, bending my head. Suddenly I heard the voice of Guru Maharaj, Amṛta Mādhava. I woke up from my sleep. I stood up. I never expected Guru Maharaj to come to me. And he said, today's evening Bhagavatam class in the temple, you go and take. Atlanta temple. I was shocked. I said, yes, Guru Maharaj. So that is the first time, by the order of Guru Maharaj, I took a class there. And one of the biggest moments of my life. And again, I took a few classes in New Talban and other places. But that day, getting an order from Guru Maharaj to take a class was a big thing for me. And then I was moving with him, and I had suddenly bleeding from my eye, left eye. So at that time we were traveling to Kathmandu. So that same day when we were having the flight, that day it occurred. So I was thinking it will go off. I had black vision inside my eye, couldn't see properly. Then Shyam Prabhu was there. He said to Guru Maharaj and complained, look, Amṛta Mādhava can't see in his one eye and he is not going for a checkup even. Guru Maharaj called me and shouted, why you are not going for a checkup? Go, have a checkup, get your eye corrected, then come. And he forced me, I will leave tomorrow. So next day I left, and this treatment went on for more than 6 months to get back the sight. So at that time Acharya was called to join. And then I was always, when Acharya used to go on leave, I used to come and join. So during in the year, I am not exactly remembering the year, maybe 2018, 17 or 18, I was coming for the Gaur Purnima. So I was coming by train to attend the Gaur Purnima festival. So on the way, Sam was calling repeatedly, when are you reaching? When are you reaching? So I said, yes, I'll reach. I'm reaching first. I told Acharya, I'll stay in your room. He said, okay, no problem, you come. Then Sam was calling, hey, when are you reaching? I said, I already am in the local train traveling to Navadvip. It will reach around 8:39, 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, I'll be there. So it was Holi. So I was totally drenched with color. I reached here, Mayapur, and entered he said, don't go anywhere, come to the rooftop. So straight I came with all painted and went straight to the rooftop. So on the 4th floor, when the lift door opened, they shouted, hey, why you are coming like this, fully colored? I said, you told me come straight up, don't go anywhere, what to do? Now take a bath and come. So I went, took a bath, then I reached Guru Maharaj. Then I came to know that Guru Maharaj is having that ascites and he is expecting me to remove the water. I didn't know that. So when I went inside, Guru Maharaj said, Amṛta Mādhava, you take this water, you can take this water out? He said, yes, Guru Maharaj. Now do it. So I was shocked, I was not prepared, but immediately he said, Guru Maharaj, I will do it. So that day I was sicky naturally. I was not mentally prepared also. So Acharya was there, myself, we both together. We drained the ascitic fluid. Guru Maharaj said that unless it is removed, I am not moving anywhere. You take it out here. So I was very scared. So after removing about 2 liters, I said, Guru Maharaj, I have removed 2 liters. He looked at me. How much? 2 liters. Take 2 liters more. So I had to remove 2 more liters. How much? I said 4 liters, Guru Maharaj. 1 liter more. So I took out 5 liters. Okay, take 500 liters cc more. Then I removed 500 cc more. That same night, evening, the next day was Gaur Purnima. That evening we started back to Chennai that day. And this way I am with Guru Maharaj, always getting his blessing. He calls my name, he remembers me, he recognizes me. That is the best part of my life. Nothing better than this. Hare Krishna.